its core, a technology platform is really a business model. It's a business model. Yes, the underlying technology infrastructure or backbone that enables exchanges and transactions to take place digitally are important enablers, but it is a business model. So the servers, the software, the applications, the interfaces, all these are vital ingredients that have to come together to have a seamless digital exchange or experience. But remember, ultimately, when we talk about technology platforms, we're referring to a kind of business model. A lot of people make the mistake of mixing up a website or an app with a platform. A platform is so much more, much bigger than those pieces of software and hardware that we've stitched together. It's a fundamental business model. It's how a company engages and interacts with the market, and ultimately how it makes money. So business platforms are essentially geared towards digitally enabling exchanges and transactions that take place between producers and consumers. And your typical business platform will be characterized by the following. It allows third parties to offer goods and services. It establishes or facilitates new business models. It delivers services or capabilities to users. And it enables financial transactions between both the producer and the consumer. As a result of that, it helps create new customer experiences, and it enhances and maximizes the producer participation and the benefits producers can derive. Ultimately, it digitally optimizes and automates how a producer and a consumer interact. So again, let's use the Mr. Mac Learning example as an illustration of this. When we founded Mr. Mac, we knew that we could build a large, loyal following. We knew we could create linkages between these people, and we knew we could connect them to our partners and sell other services and goods to them through our platform. It would open up a tremendous opportunity if we could execute on this. It would mean we wouldn't be limited to just being an education company. We could really extend our business into other sectors by enabling other companies to offer their services and their goods to Mr. Mac users, with our platform being an essential channel. That was the opportunity, and it was a multi-billion-dollar one. The challenge for us was to get all the critical elements that made a platform viable together. And Acknowledge would have to evolve into a platform business because we wouldn't be able to get there overnight. So just like how Amazon started off as an aggregator of book producers and then getting the consumers, but that evolved, and Amazon has matured into an orchestrator of its platform and an effective matchmaker between a wide range of producers and consumers. In the process, Amazon has become a critical enabler of the logistics, the supply, the delivery, and even packaging of the goods sold by producers on its platform. So our first order of business was to build our content management system. We knew that our catalog had to be great, but we also understood that how the catalog was presented and the user experience when people got onto our website and navigated their way through our offering was critical. It had to be clean, it had to be crisp, it had to be clear, and not detract from the learning principles that were being imparted. Navigation also had to be intuitive and simple. I remember asking one of the programmers, did anyone have to teach you how to use Facebook? Our content management system also had to digitally integrate some of the processes that our business clients were performing manually. So for example, we built in McCalendar, where all training sessions, all exams, all assignments, all deliverables, all deadlines, these could all be entered into McCalendar at once. They would be displayed for the student, and they could be integrated into each user's own calendar so they didn't have to receive email notifications each time. We also built in a chat and messaging function and the ability for business clients to create and curate their own modules for selecting videos across the Mr. Mac catalog. In effect, we anticipated our client needs and we're already moving towards software as a service offering. And we began providing enabling APIs that could integrate directly into clients' existing learning management systems. From the start, we had Mr. Mac learning apps available in both the App Store and in the Google Store. And because we didn't want the hassle of owning service, the entire Mr. Mac offering is located in the cloud via Microsoft Azure with Amazon Web Services as backup. We understood that some businesses would have their own content and that they would want their employees to access it exclusively. Others would want to sell their content through Mr. Mac, but wanted a differentiated and a unique storefront. So we developed Mr. Mac Web Services, or MWS. MWS allows a company to host their education and training content on Mr. Mac and decide and limit who can access it. This is great for companies who want to deliver training material using all the capabilities of the Mr. Mac system. And it's also great because smaller training companies can access an established, popular, and reliable education platform. They can set up their own uniquely branded training portals with full functionality and capabilities available to Mr. Mac Learning and distribute and sell their content seamlessly. Now in the future, Mr. Mac is integrating webinar enablers such as Zoom and WebEx and BlueJeans onto his platform. These will allow for Mac tutors who can offer live tutorials for a fee through the Mr. Mac platform. Obviously, the platform will retain a percentage of these revenue proceeds. And in the not too distant future, users of the Mac Money pillar of the platform will be able to apply for personal finance products such as a Mr. Mac home loan, a Mr. Mac car loan, a McStudy loan. Note, Mr. Mac as a company won't be giving them a home loan or a car loan or a study loan. The existing banks and financial institutions will be bidding for this business. All we will have done is prescribed certain standardized parameters. So for example, on a Mr. Mac car loan, you have to have a minimum deposit of 30% and there's no residual. So we've branded these services with our loved, our trusted, our respected name. And we're just at the beginning of this journey, engaging with our clients initially through educational content and then entrenching this engagement by extending the live solutions offered on the platform by other third-party producers or merchants. If you're creative, if you're able to work independently and able to work within teams, if you're cleverer and harder working than me and want to change Africa through the power of education and business, come join us. It's turning out to be a hell of a ride.